On times and after days are games mu be den no kwaku. Omo na 10 games in on. E de maw. E ma unya the needed results and so. It is a national team o say dey yo. Coach bia mpa boy ni so obenya the best players available. But we shouldn't also forget. So players here ye di omo nkomo. Their respective clubs. E ho no munya omo biggest paycheck. Enti teams no. And so you take a decision at the national level. We have to take the teams also into consideration. Semenyo Barcelona, anka weekend way. Sorry to say this, but anka your board game you do a certain stage and as a pointer. Remember Lamine Yamal a fake injury, no akwa tenanchen. Say you be your own national team.
Mother, I don't know, sir.
Yes. Kwaku. Semenyo Barcelona. Remember na board game ni bi. But a board game you do a certain stage. Ya boba ya 70 minutes, echo 80th minute. Me yi akwada na film no mama na fake injury.
Na eno no sa
no akwa tenanchen.
Eye ne pepe mu no no.
Kwaku eye ne papam for Barcelona. Me ka we because she Barcelona boboko no this season. Open one of the teams that injury how omo pa Barcelona boboko no. Omo key players, omo best players. Last season omo ma Barca boboko no ye Barca no. This time around they are crippled with injuries. Lamine Yamal ye di ne ho nkomo. The kind of inconsistent form of wom this season. And no bebo papa kaka. The next game unhu Lamine Yamal say or turn it up. No more performance I be expecting no. E injuries inti and I say injuries ka ho. And akofa inconsistency in the aba akwada ne part. Robert Lewandowski last season and leading the line said ma Barcelona. Look at the number of goals or Shadema Barca boboko no. But this season where is he? He's nowhere to be found. Injuries hano. Ferran Torres beba ba be bokaka. Injury be hano no apira no akwa kwotena nchen. Dani Olmo nya consistent. Injuries hano. Rafinha last season was Barcelona's best player per numbers. Even in the Spanish La Liga. Open one of the players of Momode mo so any pa. Umonyi Rafinha and film. This season no wainfa. Epra ha brantie no. Ontimi nya consistent na omo games mfa ma Barcelona. Enti Barca is a team wa. Sesi amene wo ka say pedri nto to apra. Enti omo key players ababo ama Barcelona team na gina omo na aso. No ma bobol ama Barcelona achieve results ni nyina. Epre ha omo. Lamine Yamal me no be di adanse. Kwaku akwada no enche dan 100% fit.
But he's playing for Barcelona.
Of course he's playing for Barcelona. Now, let's look at the games that the Spanish national team will quabo our World Cup qualifiers in him. Already already count 4 matches in the World Cup qualifiers. The first 2 matches are Spain boy, na Lamine Yamal in your part. The first 2 matches. Almost share Bulgaria 3-0. And almost share Turkey 3-0. Almost call Turkey home. And almost share almost 6-0 rather. Because games, you know. The last 2 matches they have played in the qualifiers. Last international break, you know. Sana Lamine Yamal in your part of the Spanish national team. The first 2 matches were both you know. The next 2 matches were mobile. Nimi anu nyina to Spain koko share. From there, omo baba be 2 games biom. 2 games from omo bone ya hwan ne hwan ya. E Georgia. And Spain baba bone wa away. Hwe Georgia team no. Na ka tell me say in the absence of Lamine Yamal, quality at the Spanish national team Nikita no. E be how omo ntimi nche Georgia. You have Alex Bayana. Oh, Yazabal. Oh, become Marino. The last game you played. Oh, man, makeshift to man ko boy force number 9 rule. Oh, she 2 goals now.
Barca will Roni Bazi. Into Lamine Yamal so nya fita. On so beti nya kobobo ni. Into day into na who preach say Lamine Yamal nko say we on fake injury. But my point ne say so other players so fake injury. What comes of the Spanish national team?
The other players has been consistent injuries in how.
But on say nkomo ne say
problem.
Biggie. Last game at Barcelona boy, Lamine Yamal and Bobo Nibi. And na Celta Vigo omo boni bia. De La Fuente on freno. Because obe azumi se we pra. But wa bo 90 minutes, 68, 74, obo consistently. Nyame antuma Celta Vigo obe Bobo Nibi. Inti ekwesi sen Spanish national team on also pen qualifies. Are qualifying also on dropping Lamine Yamal.
With or without Lamine Yamal, they are going to qualify.
Okay.
And until America said the next 2 games, Okobo Georgia. She Spain quality never to Georgia. When I catch me say Spain team no. We Lamine Yamal ko free moment in Georgia. Aside Georgia na ya away. Oria oba betena home. No about Turkey. Turkey now will call home question 6-0 no. Or betena home. No one sense about Turkey will fie. Enti adentin na Barcelona injuries na hano no. Onya more human. Now put yourself in the shoes of the coach of Barcelona. Now one spend the key player. Injuries are handled this season. Now one go game in Yakwadan film. But they say if I'm running then I've went to 2 minutes or Casale Bosono. So no near coaching quality or show space for no Lamine Yamal befriend but eventually squad number. Lamine Yamal Dingum. But or Casale Bosu be just because of the FIFA rule. FIFA Randy player and they affect in Quadia. FIFA international breakers as all man requirement in the national team. But coaching is to say you're human enough. Now don't wish Barcelona coach in the shoes more. Injuries na hanono. And ko first star player and count Yaman Fata Amau. Lamine Yamal called the Spanish national team come. Neje Kekre. Barcelona bra bring.
Or a Spanish national team coach. Onye Barcelona coach.
But he's a coach.
Into Obia interest.
And I am looking at the interest in the same.
Spanish national teams ball every week.
Sure.
Into every game. Important because a preparation towards the World Cup. You want 1 year less for the World Cup. Into every game counts. Into also on Barcelona. Now, into managing Real Madrid. Managing Bilbao. Managing Atletico Madrid.
If the clubs are involved or like players involved, so almost injuries say how much to say Barca dia.
Anyway,
but Barcelona injuries how mono. Any the state of Barcelona now. And until I'm a this uncle. It's me they said the medical can I stand by that. Maybe a Hansi Flicker, Lamine Yamal Bobo Nibi. But Bobo now do better the 70th minute and I'm a film. Near then I can be yeah, the Beba Bonte say what into team national team cup, assembly and hobby. Moving on. Liverpool. Oh, yeah, story be say Liverpool and ya break. Some fan to and Semenyo man baby see a kind of bomb. Me feel say this season, and I say free last season neighbor. Open one of the players more form pa. No more more con kind pa. Won't be money and to and Semenyo film. He has shown that consistency in the English Premier League. He share this season I say. Or picking straight away from where he left off last season. Or my numbers. This season as we speak. Oh, you Ellen Butal and the free one. Now we play so much goals Cassia. Premier League anymore. Won't be inside Semenyo. Or 6 goals and a 3 assists into the clearly 9 goal contribution from 10 matches in the Premier League there. The performance in the good. It has been very good. Liverpool at last year who say almost lucky on the flank of Cody Gakpo. Or you because I said Gakpo performance and any bad. All my numbers kaka. Gakpo has 5 goal contribution this season. Was 3 and was 62. From the Premier League matches I have so far. Last season and the performance and he did very well. About Liverpool, make us a last season and the best performance for Liverpool. And I said the best season for Liverpool. Or share 10 goals for league him and or assist 4 times. Last season and the best Premier League you know. Semenyo also share 11 goals and assist 5 times. It's even at his best in the English Premier League. Antoine Semenyo was a better player than Cody Gakpo. Your boss last season we have a real new season. Who Liverpool team no baby back wa how mo the left flank Gakpo honoma obo but the absence or departure of Luis Diaz ababa be a problem e dia mo last season when Luis Diaz was available obokaka na Gakpo obokaka there were times that Diaz impobe me akobo a force number 9 and I said Diaz bet me about the left wing na Gakpo akobo the force number 9 position e so dia ma Liverpool ono so ma numbers ni bebre 13 goals e no share with league ni plus assist of a year 5 or so and on so the year the Eddie free honor or core the departure na Gakpo performance na kwa koye bibie there are certain players when they are available kwaku ebi obi be hu ni say a threat but the presence makes one player a better player or core na Gakpo hu say only competition there was half flank no say na Gakpo performance the tier it's Liverpool mpani for na tenase no more Antoine Semenyo consistency e Premier League ni mo and how good he has been this season especially almost few some the never be strengthen sa position na beboa it's in arrival e Liverpool it should be there by eminent and Semenyo e animu hono no gives you a lot of options our pace our power the drive is super it's any team o Premier League ni mo so you see abreast with the play our English Premier League ni mo especially on that flank there me feel say Liverpool coffee out any money our bomb of Bobo Konepe no more confirm to Semenyo head in the bar not just this season but even last season I Cody Gakpo best in Impono Semenyo was better than him it's getting him on board for the Liverpool team. Now, on number strengthens our position. No, on for competition. And now, Honum, and complementing the efforts of Mohamed Salah. Any other players to take a ticket, any idea where any more. The few said that Liverpool Bobo Kono. Tomon Congo Power Branch, now Omon Fanambra. Morocco national team coach, Walid Regragui. Asema waka say, Omube make sure say adie bi omube ye bia. Ama Ashraf Hakimi abebo African Cup of Nations ni bi omube ye. Kwaku, mempa ebone say abrante ni betimi aye fast. Na wa ye fit. Every time no watimi abebo African Cup of Nations ni bi di ama Morocco. Reason dey is simple. Tournament bia, ye the star players and the tournament na ya kono. They are the principal actors on the field of play. Enti omo ene edi omo tournament, even leagues. Oba Ghana has here. There are times obi be catch us up say me ko stadium na me ko hwe ball me ko hwe because who play bi o ye star. Our ball league na body ball was through bebre. Our kwa he no. Ebia compared to those in the past. Clearly the chain say the big boys and the star players and the town league and the tournament. Ghana Eco African Cup of Nations 2022. Na Ghana Fosu bebre adan you see there is a certain player friend say Mohamed Kudus our yes star boy in Ghana Black Stars onya available eti yeko tournament ni nyina e to da plenty bi betwam bo wan say what Ghana na story about from Cote d'Ivoire say plane na betwam na Mohamed Kudus na aba na ni ji aba Ghana ni bi akomam e be wi ase na Mohamed Kudus people were wondering when Kudus be back. Kudus ama kopem say Black Stars born the first game our African Cup of Nations tournament to Cote d'Ivoire. Kwa your first game that Kudus in the honor. Ghana lost 2-1 to Cape Verde. After that game, your second game that Mohamed Kudus buy, it was the first game for the tournament. Ghana bought 2-2. Yes, I am correct. But the 2 goals I a boy against Egypt to share your 2. No. Those 2 goals were scored by Mohamed Kudus. Eventually, the first game of the tournament, Onu Nebenya the man of the match, Edema Ghana Black Stars. Your next game was against Mozambique, and also you kobo 2-2. Kudus lasted 89 minutes on the field. Kudus won no. That game near 2-0 in favor of Ghana. Your substitute, in the 89th minute I will free mo. And a Ghana be conceded 2 late goals. Emma born baby 2-2. And he free tournament anymore. Me kadi about between here star players are available for their national teams in tournaments of this nature. Ashraf Hakimi performance while rising to the extent say ye dim komona ye play am an African best footballer. And with the whole of Africa continent we so ye bought Ashraf Hakimi din the neck. That is the level I want rise to a defender, a right back, and campaign baby. Ye players nyam more individual awards as suit say ya kwagu. Ye chef forward line players. Omo ma share goals, omo ma assist kase number 9 for the wingers. And ye chef money the award na momo. But today we are talking about a defender. Yemfa award name man, but he's a serious contender. Na tournament ayebeko Morocco mpa ibone so metimi ayi host and win. No mo be message set an instrumental figure or park na to there. Ebe ya.
Mate say aban na epese oye willing say sike bia o de kwakofa expert doctor say fi amona ne kra omo na betua bibia na omo hwe boy no se na be ready a omo ya sa arrangement no dey.
Yes.
Ti aban na nka say ko pay proper doctor.
Kwaku many aban ya 100%. The level the player has got into, the Moroccan national team maybe here brands almost squad anymore. And I am sure say when to me and fit enough so about tournament in I am sure they are still going to call him because in the presence our camp mpo ebe boama niema konkan dia Morocco.
You say hard ye nia Kudus so we pra on say anopa me check it enra na me check it Tottenham for training when training nti say when ti me ambo man you de ni bi dia na che say ebia na national team wama. That is if so anya available against Manchester United. Wouldn't say enya their thoughts na beja so
manema
big na and there we are for him for
there ni ye ko friendly match
maza
enya Kirin Cup
there and some now keka
no say ko Kirin Cup wo Japan
mane maza say
Kudus ma yenim do betimi ayi dada yemfa chance ne ma player bia yenim no ne yenhwe de onu nso betimi ayi Kudus ni
coaches no more prepare for World Cup enye agronomu say bia obi as every single game.
The best World Cup preparation ebe back after say ya league we That is when the best World Cup preparation beba. My mama risky Mohamed Kudus. Na Ombipra, ebe ha Tottenham for no. Yakobo friendly matches and World Cup qualify.
A wood to anka, we know you to ado anka, on for
play. We ought to ado crank in free Kudus. Kirin Cup.
Kobe Fred. Normal place ibia
kuro na omo kwa akobo play off no te say Nigeria mo Gabon mo Cameroon mo omo na hi omo stars ni omo big boys e wo break way mu kwa kakra bi on Manchester United finally win himself after 2 solid years Manchester coach agip coach of the month
asa me cry me one
2 years old the last time a Manchester United coach edge coach of the month in November 2023 Eric Ten Hag if you are United coach bia entiminya bibiem ebe pem sa amre Amorim any the players na ya adwuma honestly all the Manchester United fans they hoping say ebe to aso say ya from here na me mombo mu abaso because adwuma na wa ye no kwaku
October dey afamamu
October e Manchester month afapa me mombo mu abaso na mmoamu dey kwaku amfa sa amre nka dey amamfo dey ye nipa no on David Simons mo bi anka o ma se obi anka na se Florian Vet obi anka na se embo mu ahase na anka
nya butre ne enko bebia
o kwaku de asi ne yeka se mo ma yemo kakranka wo no osan me akra meka se wasa but so far there he's been good and was saving Manchester United supporters from the bebre ni kuro among for the omo ye no mo Manchester ti nipa nka 120 ni 154
na mo start say mo winning ntamu anka e bebre pa Christian Fadaroma
wakula Flanvit di so say obi anka na to nnenka among for afa
so kire say a man you player say you musi e kan no
but Flanvit na among for akapa
pa but the opposite kire say the context is that Senko a Manchester United player kebe kesia chain say you see e hu no
among for afa yakora no
okay
among for afa ya ne pa so menye so say many big buyer agent say Flanvit buy na empire na manfo nkan manfo afaya no just that maybe Manchester United no mo ho hi kwaku man starting free Manchester United there na o shaga the English Premier League table na Manchester United 16 points 16 points na Manchester United enya no then emu 10 eba from their last 4 matches the last 4 matches Manchester United and 10 of the 16 points no more.
10/12.
Meaning that the previous 6 Manchester United boy, they were averaging a point per game. 6 matches, 6 points. The last 4, Manchester United, available points are yet 12. No, they've gotten 10 of those points. Now, kwa couldn't be adika. Some games now Manchester United boy within that period, Nene games kitwa. I remember, sir, United lose 3-0 to Man City. In between, ebe share Chelsea. And Manchester United kwa away. And omuko lose 3-1 to Brentford. Sam Reno, nem koma ye di ni say Amorim should be sacked. Okay.
No correct.
Conversation ni nyina ni say adwuma na Amorim aye no ontimi nye yen sake Amorim.
No correct.
And a sequence no start here. Manchester United sequence no start here with their game against Sunderland. Na efie Manchester United Sunderland come you a omontimi anti. Sam Reno conversation is say Sunderland there say normal. In fact, Manchester United against newly promoted side. The last 25 games are Manchester United. Abotia a newly promoted side, Manchester United lose EB.
Okay.
It is what Sunderland Fiene Old Trafford. No Shana, she see ye. Diana can say for the first time since last season through to end this season, now Manchester ever winning 2 consecutive games. Wa winning Baku ana kano. Na ya away game to Liverpool or Anfield. Venua na Manchester United winning game for the past 9 years. The last time Manchester winning a game Anfield na 2016.
Wow.
Kwaku if 2016 Ebano na United abre power Anfield. I remember 2023 Manchester United ekwaje 7 Anfield. 7. In fact, the last 8 visitor na Manchester United ako Anfield no na omuntimi nhegu mpo until last season Manchester ekobo 2-2 the same venue. Sa venue no and Manchester United next game na so otimi wini. Kwaku ye game no na Manchester United ako Anfield ako say Liverpool for the first time in 9 years by 2-1.
Progress.
United next game kwaku be kaya na against Air Brighton. On the face value Brighton waka say manageable. But Manchester United last 7 games against Brighton, na Manchester United lose 6 of them.
Me a stubborn simpa.
The last 7 between Manchester United and Brighton, na Manchester United lose 6 of the last 7.
Wow.
And Manchester United actually Brighton and was saying was saying 4-2. And then last game was an away game to Nottingham Forest or team Kobo draw able 2-2. What did the first 6 games now compare the last 4 games now? You see massive progress.
Even in the Nottingham game, Ukraino, loss of concentration there, 3-4 minutes be.
Ebia come for win.
Exactly.
And then coach na a month ago, near CN Sakino no, abe coach of the month. They say give time some time. 1 month ago no, senke Saki Amorima and Kedoya ne neno, ebia kontimi nye. Nemo no mpanimfo say, ya ye bidie be adwuma ho.
Correct.
Manchester United adwuma no kwaku still la no coach no adwuma ye. Mami ka Semenyo. Onum say yes Premier League no the most entertaining fixture. Manchester United games. You can't entertaining fixture. We say football there, I didn't entertainment bapa e goals.
Okay.
Manchester United games on my bono and are producing more goals in the Premier League.
Okay.
33 goals. 33 goals now provided no. Manchester United has 16 of the 33 goals and an opponent I said Manchester United I share 17 and an opponent I said 16 goals against Manchester United.
There's a Manchester United games no kwasha goals eba
goals.
Either Manchester United are scoring or they are conceding.
They are conceding. Me say games involving Manchester United so far any games are producing more goals in the Premier League 33.
Okay.
Those 33 no Manchester has 17 and an opponent and has 16 goals against Manchester United.
Okay.
Now share kwaku there me see adwuma one say Liverpool games are providing 32 goals. Liverpool actually 18. Yasha 14 etiano. Brighton actually games are providing 32 goals. Brighton actually 17. Yasha 15 etiano. Bournemouth games are providing 31 goals. Bournemouth actually 17. Yasha 14 etiano. Bakwaku so to keep English Premier League table now. The top 10 Manchester and are considered goals more than any other team. Teams in the top 10 United are considered goals more than any other team in the top 10 or vie for the Premier League table.
So the problem from the numbers you are providing.
Why is fixing the attack?
Of course, that is the main. I mean, the number speaks for itself.
Yes.
It's an issue.
Okay. Check the English Premier League table again. Arsenal has 18 goals. Manchester United has 17. Arsenal had 1 goal per. Arsenal is 1 goal better than Manchester United. And yeah, then Arsenal had also first on the league table, but Manchester United also watching. It is because Arsenal conceded only 3 goals. Manchester United are conceding 16 goals. In fact, in proper contest, South Premier League table now, teams are conceding more goals than Manchester United. Koku are the last 5 teams on the league table.
Oh.
The last 5 teams on the league table no, are the only teams that are conceding goals more than Manchester United. Leeds are conceding 17. Burnley are conceding 19. West Ham are conceding 21. Nottingham Forest are conceding 19. And our Wolverhampton Wanderers are conceding 22. These are the only teams that are conceding goals more than Manchester United. And I never say I think that a biggie any Manchester United for your biggest ambition is that Manchester United will qualify for a top 4. I'm not sure say you are thinking something to my league, you know.
Oh, there.
But some to me, even Europe crowd, say Conference League grabber and now Europa League grabber. So they compare last season now, they've seen progress, they've seen growth. But at this rate, the last 3 years, there is no team that qualify for Europe about consider 60 or more goals. But we have rate na United Econa. One year season, now Manchester are consider 60 or more. When they consider 60 or more, qualifying for Europe will be very, very difficult. You are scoring so much, but they are conceding so much. Amorim, coach of the month, but you need to fix this problem.
Right.
Now, my own my stories are FIFA best any.
Yeah.
More one small issue to talk about it. Also, a different from Ballon d'Or, Ballon d'Or, for the 12 But FIFA for no omu biem.
Yeah.
Eman Central for to be. Selected journalists to be. Na national team captains to be. National team coaches to abani bi.
Yeah.
Na amama football fans enso to abani bi.
No correct.
Obia ekwa 25% shares of the total vote. There how many say kwaku between 2010 to 2015 Ballon d'Or for FIFA for meji. It's a one player pair. So the best player in the world. Now you need any other award biana echo award a different player in any other competition anywhere. My more typical example maybe a confusion. Yamra boxing. Only say boxing. There were several divisions. So
Yeah.
Your what a heavyweight. Heavyweight example.
Yeah.
Single heavyweight, you know, you team are different champions in a single heavyweight. You may not WBA there. You may not WBC there. You may not IBF there. You may not LWBO.
Divisions, you know. The
same heavyweight, you know, but you're different champions.
No correct.
Sometimes if they want to measure, you must say you be saying number one person. You say be unification bout. Near the titles in number big so. And so we say that division we know. We are the best in that division.
Undisputed.
Undisputed.
What can you now boom?
Fantastic. So Obi Wardman or a champion there, but a disputed champion because Obi Swako for another champion.
Yeah, WBC Obi Wa. Na IBF Susu Obi Wa.
Yes.
But what can you now boom dia?
Undisputed. Last year, you can say the best player in the world at Airwire.
Oh, last year, dear.
Rodri, Edgy Ballon d'Or.
And a Vinny J.
Vinny, Edgy FIFA Diano.
But on the Ballon d'Or, no, a more do our supporters in Niso. You would probably want to say that.
But Argentina, sir, FIFA a Ballon d'Or emerging. Me, I think they should bring that back. Because Barcelona, you create division. But in the event that two players, we need from two different versions, they see last year, Vinicius Edgy, FIFA Diano, and a Rodri, Equaji, Ballon d'Or Diano. So Barcelona. Maybe you say unification bout. No, but the unification award. Get it back. No, we say in the year and the contest year, we any the best player in the world.
Okay. But
because a bit of says you.
Possible.
Extremely possible. Say one shot. The Dembele Rafinha.
Matuma. Obia betimi akoto abanibi.
Yes, the fans in it too. Fans in cry only 25% of the total vote. We are like in the event that another player other than Dembele, we need FIFA Diana in the year under review. Who then we say we're the best player in the world?
And you know
there is confusion.
No, but
and the best solution now we are say FIFA any a Ballon d'Or for emerge year near year. There is no any other award Biana. Yeah, the award name a different player.
Okay. Right.